All right, the more exciting than Joey Baker Michigan news. Juwan Howard's been in France, Cart. And I was waiting for jokes from you about what's he doing in France with 2 open scholarships. The best recruit you can go after is Joey Baker, and Juwan's in France for a month. What's going on? Cart, it was a business trip, my friend. It was a work trip. Some coaches do their jobs in the offseason. Some coaches use all 13 scholarships, my friend. Youssef Khayat is going to commit this week. He announced a Final Four of Xavier, DePaul, Wake Forest, and Michigan. If you're listening to that name being like, who is that? You should YouTube some highlights. Ant Wright did a great breakdown of his strengths and weaknesses. Highly recommend watching it. He is a Lebanese 19-year-old kid, or he's going to be 19 next season. I don't know if he's 19 yet. Played on the national senior Lebanese basketball team and did some things as a 19-year-old kid.
It's not saying much. You give me 4 months, I'm probably making that Lebanese team. Go ahead.
I don't know about that. He's also been playing. I don't know if I'm saying this right at all, Cart. I didn't take French in high school. I took Spanish. Played for Limoges. There you go. He played for that. Even though I can't pronounce it, I know the program, right? As one of the more prestigious French programs there is.
One of the most prestigious French programs in the world.
It is. He played on the under-21 team for them. Cart, some really good numbers. 17 points a game, 7 rebounds a game, 2 assists a game. He jumped from 8 points a game to 17 points a game in the last year. He shot 146 threes at a 37% clip, 5 attempts a game. And if you just watch this kid, like, he jumps off the screen. And I don't like doing the like international, what would they be ranked in recruiting stuff. But he really looks like a high 4-star type kid. Not saying he'd be like McDonald's All-American, but like I don't see many wings in like the 50 range on Rivals that are doing more on the eye test than this kid is. He was rumored to go to Maryland last year, and then Mark Turgeon got fired and that fell apart. Now it really strongly seems like he may have even already silent committed to Juwan Howard and Michigan. You just watched Youssef for the first time this morning. I texted you. It was like, do you know about this kid? Apparently, you don't get the Youssef Khayat alerts when you're at a wedding in Chicago.
I do not.
What do you make of your first impressions of Youssef Khayat?
No, I mean, I agree with all the sentiments that you kind of touched on. I think that he looks like, he's not, I think the first word I said to you was like, okay, he's 6'10", he's not a stiff. He's able to do some things off the dribble. He has athleticism. I mean, he was attacking the basket, going to dunk on people. Jumper's pretty. I think he's, controlled basketball player from what I could see in the short highlights that I watched. And to me, it just seems like a wing that's perfect to throw into this Michigan team. I think you use the comparison of Franz. Obviously not Franz defensively even close, but I can, if I squint hard enough, I can see the vibes. I don't know. You said Sam Decker as well. I could see that.
Sam Decker.
He definitely to me has like that, 4-star fringe 5 guy from Wisconsin that's got a little shit to him, a la like a Tyler Hero type recruit. Not saying he's Tyler Hero or anything like that, but you know what I'm saying. Like, yeah. I think he'd be a great ad for Juwan, and credit to him for going to any lengths or limits to get guys. I thought he was traveling to recruit that 5'7" German Christian Anderson kid that you randomly offered to go watch him play in the FIBA under 16. But obviously,
we like Christian Anderson.
Christian Anderson objectively stinks.
He's a 6-star recruit, and he loses a star for every inch of height he gains. Right now, he's still a 6-star.
But from the short highlights that I watched of Youssef, I think he looks to be a really good player. And you put that guy on the wing with Hunter Dickinson, could easily work. Put that guy to get some 4 minutes. Like, that's a perfect stretch. That's a perfect stretch 4.
So there are some people cautioning. I read people that are more familiar with this game be like, I would caution against expecting like breakout star in year 1 starter level production in college, but like He's a guy that maybe he's a rotation guy year one, and then year two, he's like, oh crap, he could be an all conference player. I look, competition level, I don't know what it's like. I don't know what the U21 Limoges league is like. From watching any clip I can find of him, I don't see anything that Terrence Williams does other than defend better than he does. Like, if you threw Terrence Williams on the U21 Limoges France team, I don't know what he's averaging, but he's not doing what this kid's doing. The Franz comparisons are lazy to me. In fact, I'm going to insult you for saying that I compared him to Franz. I'm making fun of him.
I thought you did.
No, he's Sam Decker. I'm saying people are throwing out Franz comparisons, and that's lazy because, look, every white wing we get from Europe isn't Franz Wagner. They can't be.
I mean, technically it is. I mean, literally the only white wings that you've gotten from overseas have been Wagner's.
Correct. I mean, look, is it a bad thing that Juwan Howard is the best international recruiter in all of college basketball?
Shut
No,
up.
not
He's not, okay, he's not, but go ahead.
Gets Franz Wagner week one as the head coach at Michigan. Gets Moussa Diabate year two. France connection stays strong. Gets Youssef Khayat year three. What's next? Is Wemby going to college for a year? Cart? Should we call up Wemby-Yama? I don't know. Look, Youssef, I'm very excited about. In all seriousness, I do think there's a little redundance on. I shouldn't say him and Joey Baker because like they do such different things, but nobody got a 2. That's what I wanted from the portal. Give me a shooting guard in case Kobe Buffkin stinks. What do we do? That has not been answered. And I don't think getting Youssef Khayat and Joey Baker answers that at all. I think those guys need to play the 3 and the 4. Maybe Joey can slide down. Maybe Jet Howard can slide down. I don't know. I did send you a Jet Howard highlight over the weekend. It said hashtag actor. That's been your thing for him. He's got a little more in his bag than Adam Sandler and Hustle does.
Still an actor.
I'm just saying. Some guys.
But I honestly would have more faith sliding Jet to the 2. I truly, all my actor jokes aside, I think he can give you some things in the 2.
Okay, so if Llewellyn, Jet Howard, Kobe Buffkin, Youssef Khayat, Hunter Dickinson is a top blank team in college basketball next season, Cart.
They're top 20.
That's where I'm at. But I think they have a higher ceiling now. If they get Youssef Khayat, I do think they have a higher ceiling.
Yeah. You have so much riding on one player though, which it's not a bad thing to have riding on Hunter Dickinson. Obviously, we talked about the stats he could put up, but this season could go to shit really quick.
I see Hunter to me makes it so that it can't go to shit.
Like no matter, like that's the constant.
Last year to me is the worst case season with Hunter Dickinson. Unless
you guys finished where in the Big Ten?
I made the Sweet 16.
You finished where in the Big Ten?
In the narrative, the same spot your team did, and you don't have Hunter Dickinson. And yet, God, next week we need to do Michigan State or Michigan, pick a roster, because that went to Twitter this week and it pissed me off. I gotta
Pissed
stop.
You off? Pissed me off. No one took me out of the thread, and I didn't want to engage.
I gotta stop getting in mentions with people who just would never ever side against Michigan State on anything. It bothers me.